like 45 minutes back to high school.
All right, everybody, I'm gonna get started. Welcome to the meeting. It's not a lot, feels like it's going back and forth. It seems like we have a lot of people, then it's less people, then back and forth. But the reading for this week was Beastmaster. It was fairly short. I guess a quick question: who did not get an email? Just to make sure everyone got one.
We know you did.
Okay, so everybody got an email, obviously, if not remember. But, just to make sure, because, I had a problem with that before it wasn't working, but, fortunately that's done with. So, Beastmaster, like I said, only 2 volumes. I put chapters in the email, so sorry about that. But, it was fairly short. I thought it was a really good manga. I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to. It had good comedy. It was a nice amount of action, which I didn't expect at all, but that was definitely welcome, and I enjoyed the comedy and the relationship between the characters. I thought they had really great chemistry, and like side characters were also pretty well done too. So overall, it was pretty good.
I have to say the same thing as you. Is I was not expecting that to be what it was because I didn't vote for it last week because the description that was given, I was like.
It made it seem a lot like it was just a relationship.
Yeah, and a little bit. It was really good. I liked it, the action. I thought it was really neat sense on how he turned into like the monster or whatever when he saw blood. So that was really interesting, and I think it was neat that she was the only person who could stop him without what was it, tranquilizer gun or something.
Yeah, it was like a medicine that was go like calm down or something. But as far as the manga, yeah, it was pretty much a surprise. Yeah, from what I looked, like, I thought it was like gonna be like those typical social romance. But when I was like surprised, like with the main character, it's like in short, like manga is kind of like a distaff version of that other manga that we were supposed to read, Angel Densetsu, where the character Oi is like looks like he's like violent and creepy and scary and thought, but like on the other hand, it's like pretty damn funny and like pretty much like, and like that one scene where he's like in the tree, like he was like some sort of cat because he got scared. That was like literally my favorite part.
I love
made into a meme or something.
I love the guys who came in. They were like the old gangster type characters.
Yeah.
They were probably my favorite parts because like they seemed like they were gonna beat the main guy up at first, and then they find out he's okay too, and then this guy's like just super nice, and then in I think the second chapter or so, he's like just patrolling the neighborhood because there's like a rapist out. He's just like, I'm just gonna walk around, and then like when he got the dog and stuff,
he got
it was
the dog.
just really fun. I thought he was like a really interesting character. Like he just seemed so mean, and then he's just like, I'm just gonna help whoever and just be like a silent, funny character.
Again, that's my point. The social version of Angel Densetsu because just reminds me of that manga.
I just love that picture of that gangster and that dog together. I just like, it's just so sweet.
Yeah, I really like the action and the romance, but I love it when I can actually laugh along with the things. And this one definitely got me to chuckle like a lot. So
I like something I thought was really funny. The character, the guy, whenever he's drawn in like chibi form, I always thought he looked a lot like L.
L from fucking
because L is just naturally drawn like that. And whenever he was in like the little chibi form, he looked just like L to me, and I thought that was really funny. But I thought it was really well done. I didn't finish it. I'm definitely going to though, and I think like half of it isn't even the actual Beastmaster story. It's like an extra story added on.
One chapter is extra.
So like if you haven't finished it.
Chapter 5.5 is the next one, the last chapter.
Oh, it is
It's all
C5.5.
But yeah, if you didn't finish it, you definitely should because, like I said, what I read of it, I really enjoyed, and it's only 2 volumes, not even, 2 complete volumes, so you can definitely get through it and, enjoy yourself. But I think that was probably the best thing we read so far. Like, I really...
That one was really good.
I thought it was great.
Really did like it.
Any other comments about Beastmaster?
Overall, it was good. For anyone watching, definitely check out Beastmaster because it's amazing, and not the '90s show, the actual manga.
Both of which are amazing
I did
in their
watch
own
Beastmaster,
ways.
yeah.
Because I think we all watched Beastmaster, and it was insane.
Like I was looking up pictures of it and stuff, and I was like, oh, the weasels, I remember those. Yeah, it was like they had like 2 little weasels.
It really wasn't fair when you think about it, because there were the Decepticons were all freaking dinosaurs, and then the Autobots were all like squirrels and a gorilla and 3 kittens.
Wait, that's Beast
So it re-
Wars.
Yeah, you thinking Beast Wars? I was thinking Beastmaster.
Oh no, wrong
You
one.
thinking yeah,
Wrong one.
Still really good though.
Still really good.
Yeah.
Watch both. You get to watch a gorilla get into a punching match with T-Rex.
Alright, so Walter, like I said last week, Walter won't be able to make it to all the meetings because of work, but he is sending me all the PowerPoints for our reading selections and stuff. And he's saying, he's running low on suggestions, so you can send him. This is his email at the bottom of the first mark, adultswimfan88@netscape.net. So if you have any ideas, definitely shoot them to him through email or get a hold of him on Facebook. But send him any ideas you have so that he can go through them and we can have suggestions for the upcoming weeks. So he mentioned this if you guys aren't reading it. He had 3 selections, but he had to cut it down to 2 because he realized that one of them is a hardcore yaoi. So he didn't know that.
At the very last minute. He just objectively started flipping through and wait a minute.
His description is not.
He just looks at the wall, there's a tally mark of how many times he saw a penis. Shit, it's 5 over.
5 over from what?
Well, Walter's limit, 30, so.
So for this week we have 2 different suggestions rather than the 3. So our first one is Azumanga Daioh. I'm sure a lot of you already know about this. It's very popular. I've seen the anime. As you can see, it ran from February 1999 and finished in 2002. It's a comedy manga, and it's based off of these girls. The main girl will be this girl right here, and it's basically her. She's like a genius pretty much. So she's placed in high school really early on, and she meets all these girls, and everyone has a different personality, and they all have their own little quirks and stuff. And it's pretty much just them, their principal, or not their principal, but like another teacher from a different class who's like really perverted and weird, and then their actual teacher who's really funny. And in the very first episode, which was one of my favorite things, it starts off with this guy on a bike, and he's like, oh man, I'm late for school, and he sees the teacher, and he's like, oh, I won't be in trouble if I help her out. And then she's like, hey, I gotta get to school, and she pushed him and stole his bike. So he was late to school, yeah. So the teacher that's in this, she's really funny, and it's like her best friend, and she talks with her all the time. But I can definitely tell you guys, this one is really funny, at least the anime, so I would assume the manga is too. And obviously, as it says at the bottom, it's famous, for its anime adaptation. And then our second choice is Rookies. This one I haven't heard about, so I'll basically just be reading off the thing. Professor Kawato is the new Japanese teacher in the ill-famed Fudogo Tamaga High School, whose baseball club is composed by thugs and bullies who have been suspended for a year from all school competitions for causing a brawl during an official match. Now that the suspension is over, the only club's members left are interested only in women, smoking and doing nothing until, under Professor Kawada's guidance, they discover a new dream called Kohoshien. The road to Kohoshien is far from easy, as they have to get back in shape to learn how to play baseball and to win everyone else's trust. So this one, I think it's fairly funny, but also kind of dramatic, because based off of this description, I would assume it has to be really funny with, people being like rebels, and then just them being on a baseball team, that has to be funny in some weird way, because I feel like there's just going to be fighting in the whole thing, but that's just a guess from me, so obviously.
No, go ahead. Finish, please.
Well, I was just going to go into the voting, so if you got something to.
As far as the third one, just to sandwich one in, I've got one that can be.
Bring it up.
Here, I've got the My Anime list already open, and I got chapter 1 open.
You want to describe it, or do you know anything about it?
I don't know enough about the beginning, because I'm like 100 chapters in.
So you don't remember the beginning, or?
I remember. I can describe it in a little. I can describe it a little bit, but the it might be my fault. Hold on.
Did I do anything? We can still describe it.
No. Yeah, I
Is
know.
that in the right hole? Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's
in the
my
right.
friend George.
Oh, there.
Yep, there we go. So essentially, this one is Kubera. Yeah, Kubera. This one is a. This one. How would I describe? How does this describe it?
Okay.
It's sort of a fighting one. How does it? What's the?
Let's see, it says a girl with a god's name.
Oh no, I was going to describe it. I just wanted to get what it was. But essentially, this this girl lives in this remote mountain village. It's separated from everyone. She spent her whole life. She's turned 16. She spent her whole life. She doesn't know anything about anywhere outside of this village. All she knows is that for all of her 16 years of living, her mother has told her that you cannot tell anyone your real name, and her real name is Kubera. It's the name of a god. It's also a guy's name. So her mother told her when she reaches 16, she can change her name, and when she changes her name, she can go to school and basically leave the village. She goes out of the village and she meets this wounded man. He's just there in the middle of the woods. He's really pale. He's got green hair, which is weird. And she talks to him and makes him laugh, and he tells her, "Don't go back to your village," and then disappears. When she goes back, her village is in flames, and these demons. Apparently, there's these demons that she knew nothing about. You'll find out afterwards that demons exist, and they exist in a separate plane beside humanity's plane, and they were banished there from living with humans by the gods. So there is a war going on between demons and gods for the mortal plane, the mortal realm, because the demon's realm is shit. It is. All of the plants there are fucking rock or crystal, so they can't really eat anything. And the gods are being douchebags towards them because they really didn't do much wrong except for demons started to breed with humans, and they thought that that was wrong because. There was no legitimate reason. So they pushed them off, and then the head god.
You're doing a review.
That's what it's about. It's about the war between gods and demons. I will shut it there.
Okay.
I was about to start talking about the first fight. Now here's what you gotta do. There's this guy called Agni, which is fire.
Alright, so we have our three options.
Get into a synopsis, pull up the PowerPoint slide.
So for Azumanga Daioh, the comedy school-based manga, raise your hand if you want to read that one.
You can vote for more than one, too, for our new person.
We'll do that. That sounds funny.
Alright, for rookies,
Every freaking time, I'm a fucking minority.
alright, and for Kubera. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so Kubera won. So I will be sending that out over the
Good
weekend.
input.
By Monday.
I-
Thank you, Brandon, for the.
Oh, it's okay. I threw it in there because I was waiting for it to get ahead. So I completely forgot how it began. And, you know, I started reading it up again, and I'm like, I don't understand what anyone's saying.
Could you hit the camera?
Turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, plug in.
Invisible Katana on YouTube.
There we go. Manuel is currently single. He is looking. We call him the Venezuelan persuasion. So yeah. And fuck Becca. Now.